Hello, it's me again. And somebody should say in 3, 2, 1, Alex, you're not wearing black. What happened to you? Well, fear not, this is just a little bit of silver. Nobody cares. So, yesterday, when was that? I should just pretend it's the next day because, of course, I cannot possibly record videos every single day. So when I'm in the mood, I just kind of record one after another, and then, oh my god, my deepest secret now, everything ruined. So, I was coming back from a very lovely day in Sintra center, and I went to my favorite place to drink some tea, and I decided I'm never leaving because I just found my power place, and that's important. Once I find my power place, everything keeps getting better. So, I was sitting there, and everything is great at this place. So, I was going back, and Google Maps gave me this kind of strange route as I was turning into the direction I was not expecting. Do I have something on my face? So I turned into the light, and then I decided that's the wrong path. So I turned into the darkness, and Google said, yes, that's where you're going. So I said, fuck. But I said, I will not be a coward. I live in the darkness. So that should be fine, right? So I went there, and there was literally no light whatsoever, and seriously, fuck, there was nothing. There was no light. Light. There was none of that. It was night. Yes, of course. It was around midnight or something, maybe a bit earlier. So I'm walking, and I was gonna meet my friend who were gonna pick me up, and I was thinking like, oh fuck, it's gonna probably send me one of these roads where there's no pavements and anything. And I thought maybe in the middle of the night at 10 p.m., maybe it wasn't the best idea, maybe I'm just kind of looking for trouble, because it's already not the most pedestrian friendly place, as I probably told you. But at night, with no lights, and I was thinking maybe it's not the best. But I was already on my way, so I didn't really have time, or I didn't want to have to go back and stuff. And suddenly I found myself in pretty much on the side of like a forest, could I say, or just like a little forest. I know it's not massive because I know there's a road on the other side, but nevertheless it was just you could see nothing. It was just darkness, and on the other side there was a wall that was probably somebody's property, border, wall. And as the path was turning into this place, there was no street lights, nothing. So somebody just came in, and I think they've seen me recording a video. Oh my god! Now they think I'm weirder than I really am. I forgot to drink my tea. Oh no, again. So, what is it? Some kind of party today going on? Of course, just when I'm trying to record. It's always like this. When I'm trying to be productive, the world just conspires against me. What was I saying? So I went to this into the darkness, and this is the moment when I'm texting my friend that something like, fuck, it's dark in here, and I have no signal, I start losing signal, and my phone just died. So I'm like, fuck, great, okay. Fortunately, I had one of those portable, things to recharge your phone, external power bank. So this is what I started, I started looking for it in my bag somewhere, and I found it, and then But you know, this is not what you'd like to be doing, like in complete darkness. And even me, a certified bat, I had trouble finding my way. Well, there was only one way, so it wasn't that difficult. You just follow, you know, you kind of try to attempt to walk straight. But it was kind of spooky, and I was like, oh shit, you know, that's, you know, that's not. I wasn't ready for that. Not that you're ever ready, but you know, I got a bit spooked out. And now the best thing. As I was walking, are they coming or are they leaving? Better hide. As I was walking, I've noticed a spark in the dark. Later on, I found out that this is an Alice Cooper song. As I was googling potential sparks in the dark, the meaning of sparks in the dark, something like that. So this spark, now I just noticed a light. It's a bit like when you have, you know, this little floating kind of, do you have that or am I just weird? These little lights that kind of, when you're looking at somewhere like in the sky and you just kind of, you know, have like little sparks, little white little floating lights or something that disappear very quickly. So it was something like that, but it was of a color of a, you know, of a spark, of a flame, of like, it was like, you know, like when you light a lighter, there was this kind of color, like red orange kind of thing. And I thought that I was just, you know, kind of tripping. I thought that I was just, you know, that my eyes were adjusting or something. And then I see it was completely out of nothing. I couldn't see anything, and there was this light just kind of jumping and then showing up in another place and then jumping and leaving like a tiny trace, a little bit like when you have something and you kind of, you know, when you have like a flame and you make signs in the dark, and it kind of leaves this you know, the trace, and you can paint in the dark, but just tiny. It was like a little, you know, like if somebody not even had a pen or something, and just kind of and I just kind of reached out to that, and I didn't really know. I thought it was a bug, and I still think maybe it was some kind of a bug, but I don't know of any bugs like this, because it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't a, what do you call those? A firefly, I think. And there was just one, and it was just, and then kind of it disappeared. Okay. So this was very strange, and I do not know what it was. I really hope it was something weird. That would be nice, you know, something weird. Finally. They say strange things happen in the woods here. I do not know what they're talking about. So that was that. And then I just, I couldn't see anything weird anymore, unfortunately. Maybe I should go back to that place. I should spend more time in the dark, I think. I should go to the woods and just kind of sit there in the dark. What happened next, as I was walking back into the light, there was a trash bin. This is all very symbolic. There was a trash bin, like this massive, you know, this kind of green container on wheels, and next to this bin was a perfectly good Da Vinci. This thing. So I took it. Because I'm such a trash collector. But I decided that was actually quite funny. So I considered it as a personal message to myself after the strange spark in the dark. So I don't know how I'm gonna travel with that. Because it's just, you know, I start traveling with like a very minimal, compressed luggage, and then I end up with some bullshit kind of some stuff just that I buy on the way, like some a little bit of incense, extra pens, extra notebooks, because everybody needs an extra notebook. You know how quickly you can run out of these things? It's dangerous. So I need an extra one, and then I get something like, some book on the way. And now I have 2 packages of books, full of books coming, because I needed to do something with them. And I try to be as vague as possible, just not to, not to open myself up too much, because there are weird people on the internet, so it's dangerous. And yeah, that was cool. I was pissed off because then I realized that actually I kind of ended up in a place where I could get much easier, and Google Maps kind of, like the whole situation kind of took me into this darkness, which again, coincidence. Maybe I was supposed to go there. Maybe there's a lesson there for me. I think it's time to do some magics. Okay, so on this optimistic note, I shall leave you, and I shall come back soon. So please like, subscribe, and share, and all these things. And I shall share all the important social promotional merch. I do not have merch yet, but it will come. There will be, like a t-shirt and a baseball cap and lighters, all sorts of merch. No, seriously, there will be merch. What do you think? Of course there will be merch. I'm merging, and I'm evolving into a YouTube creature. There's no YouTubing without merch. So anyway, I shall leave you. So you take care in the meantime, and yes, I shall see you soon. Take care.